Hello and welcome to episode 15 of our Ostriv Alpha 4.5 Let's Play. It is January of 1742 in our town, and we are just wrapping up the last little bit of construction on our area of fishing docks on this peninsula, I guess technically island. We've got all three of these ready to go, so go ahead and order some boats. Of course, they can't be constructed until the beginning of the thaw, but we'll go ahead and get everything set up anyway. And they'll be all good to go. So as soon as everything thaws out, then we'll have some boats over here and some more fishing happening on this side of the island. And we're in a pretty good spot with our town so far, despite only being 21 years in. Already got 438 residents, and we've got all sorts of other good stuff going as well. So, last episode we did some cows. Right here we've got a small but growing population of cattle, and we've got plenty of hay in reserve across the map in these little hay barracks that will be added to as we harvest more of the hay from the grass around the map. And we've got a lovely distribution of houses. We've got 3 schools that are almost all full. Very, very close to it. And we've got 3 markets that seem to be doing pretty well. So this episode, we might go ahead and build some more houses in this general area. We'll see exactly what we feel like doing here. I would like to keep this route between here and the edge of the map as open as possible. Try to see if we can figure out exactly where they're coming in from the edge of the map for imports and stuff as we get there. So we might build some stuff up here, we might not, we'll see what ends up happening. But we are poised to get to 500 pretty soon. Probably not this episode. Maybe the next one, maybe during the next live stream I end up doing if I have time between now and then to make that happen. But what we can go ahead and do, well, of course we can't build anything here yet, and they're not going to hire anybody until then. We can make sure that we are in a good position for planting all of our next season worth of crops. I believe that we should be fine. It never hurts to just check and make sure everything is progressing correctly. And it looks like it pretty much is. Pigs are a little overpopulated here, so they'll have to be slaughtered as time permits for our slaughterhouse workers. This is not a slaughterhouse, that's a construction office. We actually only have 2 slaughterhouses, I believe. One here, and they're currently slaughtering a couple pigs inside. They have those in the carts. So let's not waste any more time here. Let's go ahead and add in some more houses. Now we have this little area right here we probably want to keep pretty straight in terms of what we're allowing to be built. So if we go ahead and just put in a nice little fence here, trying to remind us that maybe we shouldn't be building anything here. Just go ahead and pop that right there. And then just one more just like that. Section that area off a little bit. And now over here, we can have a little bit of fun in adding some more houses. So if we go ahead and do one of these numbers, we can do right like that. And we can take this. Actually, we could probably just leave that like that. And then on this other side here, pop in one of those just to have a little bit of variety here. So that's 3 houses right there. We'll go ahead and leave a small little gap here. Do a 4th. And then a 5th. Then a 6th right here like this. And those are going to be in a straight line, yes, but in the middle here, we can have a little bit of fun. So this forestry is going to go away at some point. Probably shouldn't at this exact moment, but we do need to start tearing these down here. I just want to see if we can get most of the rest of these trees out of here. And in the meantime, we can sell some of our normal fare here. Looking pretty good. Iron we have plenty of. Most of the stuff we have plenty of. We can go ahead and buy more cows. Seems like a pretty smart move no matter what. Probably would not hurt at this point to have a few more horses ready to go. But buying more male horses isn't necessarily a fantastic option. We'll just go ahead and get... Let's go ahead and get... Not 10. Let's go ahead and get 3 more. So we're pretty ready to go for another wagon shed as we get there. Of course, we have our other smithy over here, trying and failing to be productive as usual. It just, you know, it just takes time. There's plenty of charcoal over here, so I don't know how they keep running out, but they should be okay now. We've got these houses here. And I think what would be beneficial for us here is to put a couple of things in the middle of this area. Not quite sure exactly what might go well here, but I'm sure there's something. Maybe not too many buildings. Chicken coops would be a little too big. We can think about it. We can figure out what we might want to be doing here. Keep in mind we have a lot of these warehouses here. We probably could put some more warehouses right here, just to have them available. That's going to be a little too narrow for my preferences, but if we put one here, then put another one backing up to it right there. That's not a bad spot right there. And then see if we can put in some benches. Right, like so. And then back here, I don't know, we'll figure something else out. We don't have any benches over here, do we? No, so we'll put some on the other side of this fence here. We do have a couple down here, but it is important to have benches in different locations, just to aid the construction efforts of everyone and everything. We already have some there. We have one there. I think we're in decent shape. We're not doing fantastically for this, but it looks like everything else is doing well too. Looking pretty good. We probably should build another salt works somewhere soon because we are continually running out of salt. Yeah, here we go. Getting some more people in. So maybe for right now we just kind of leave this alone and see exactly what our situation is going to be looking like here. Maybe put some trees down the middle. Something. I'm not quite sure yet. But these warehouses here will help a little bit. Create kind of a little more of a thoroughfare here. Of course, we have this cart shed. We could actually, in the interest of having access to stuff, we could put a cart shed right here. Probably would be a decent spot for it. And make sure that we have a little bit more going on there. So I think our spot for trade entering and exiting is going to be right about, yep, right here. So if we can mark that. A little birdhouse. Aha! It tells us even. Just put a couple of those right there. Yes, I know they're not facing the right direction, but that will give us an idea later not to build there. All right, and we are adding more people. Looking pretty good. Now, right here. See, I still can't really quite figure out what to do here. I probably should kind of keep this fenced off a little bit, if at all possible. And that, actually, this is not in the right spot. I should have started maybe here. Yeah, there we go. Just for something like that. See how that looks. That's slightly curved. That'll help kind of direct things either back here or not back here as is necessary. Create a little bit of a buffer for these things over here. Of course, our tannery seems to be doing pretty well here. That one's just for leather. That one's just for sheep skin. Excuse me. So that's looking good. I think maybe we want to come over here with a little bit of an archway. Oh, well, maybe not, if that's what it's going to end up looking like that. We probably don't want that there. That's a little bit much. It's really not going to let us build anywhere. Of course, new family here. Yep, there we go. Looking good, looking good, looking good. We can put some more stuff up here. I just have to... Well, I don't have to, but I would like to get this forestry out of the way before we do too much else. But this is a good start right here to having all of that taken care of. You can notice the patterns of how these people are going about. So this is a very big corner, very, very busy. So we can actually influence that by extending this fence out to about the edge of where these warehouses are. So if we follow this way, I think that's going to be, yeah, that's pretty straight. That will actually force people to come out away from this house. And that way we can put in something like a well right here in a convenient, accessible location. And also not have people going right in front of this house's stuff right here, which also means it has an opportunity for us to landscape a little bit. Put in a couple of benches. And add a little bit of decoration as well. Just to increase the curb appeal, I guess, of these houses here. Just a little bit of variety. Never hurt anybody. And also what we can do is prevent people from going behind these trees, because that's kind of an immersion breaker there. Let's just put that little fence right like so. And that should prevent most of that from happening. We'll have to keep a lookout for if anybody tries to sneak back there again. Yeah, that should have fixed most of that. It's just a little easy, quick improvement there. We can probably go ahead and put another well over here. And then maybe in front of here we can put something like a lovely little gazebo. Why not, right? That'd be a pretty good spot for it, although that's a little too close to the road. So we'll come back and try that again. Put this back. There we go. That's going to be nice. So this cart shed is done. Go ahead and order some carts. And then we will copy paste. We don't need 20 laborers. What are these people doing? Get that taken care of. That will help us immensely double our manned cart abilities, I guess. So we got 458 people here. It's June. So we could conceivably have some more families move in. I would like to, probably not in this exact area, put another house, but if we come up to, say, right about here, and do one of these long boys, like so. Just pop him right there. Then we can come up here, rotate. See if I can get a purely triangular thing going here. Just for the sake of saying I did. Do one of these type of things. Then try to get this as straight as we can. Rotate it just a little bit. That's an interesting departure from the norm. And we'll turn right back around. Well, actually, we might not until the forestry's gone, but that's a something that's at least slightly interesting and different for sure. So that'll be cool. We probably can do, I imagine the entrance to this house will be on this side. So right here next to the school, we probably could put another couple buildings that have different functions, and that will be very, very nice additions indeed. So we got those two going here. We have these fishing docks are in full effect here. Cows, wow. Okay, so all the new cows went into this one. We'll transfer a couple of these to each one here. I'll put that one at 10, and then we'll put this one up a little bit as well. So that should help even things out just a little bit. And the more we develop this, the closer it'll get to the top of the map. And our birdhouses, which are, I already lost them right here. So really, this straight line down here is where the carts will come in. Of course, we can influence that by building around it, but we're not quite there just yet. Not quite. So I'd like to get those out, and again, then I'll move that. It should be pretty interesting to watch all that unfold. And keeping development in this area of the market here will be a good idea as well, because then we don't have to build something else somewhere else, because down here is still technically within range, but it's pretty far. Nobody's moved in here yet. This house is going to be done pretty quick too. I'm interested to see how the crop pattern looks for this triangle yard, as it were. We'll have to find out in probably the next episode, because it's too late to be planting anything, I believe, in July. So keeping in this vein, actually, I think we can extend our fences here. Yes, we'll extend our fences here to right about there. And then this side actually needs to go here. Try to keep it relatively equal distance from the other side. That'll just kind of box in this area a little bit, and also will allow us to put trees all up and down here. Okay, I'm not going to export flour just yet. Seems like we're still pretty good on most of our... Okay, we can buy some buckwheat. Still pretty good on most of our stuff. I think, can't really go wrong with birch trees, can you? I don't think so. So I think we can start off here with a big arch number 2. If it will let me put anything here. I don't know that it will. No. Oh, it's close. So we'll just ignore that. That's the wrong item. I don't like that. I made a mistake. Well, we'll just have to live with that, I suppose. Not too much I can do about that now. Short of waiting for that tree to get built and then immediately get rid of it. We'll leave that alone there. And just keep adding more and more trees as we have the ability to get stuff done here. Come right back down this side. And again, these won't match perfectly, which I know is going to annoy the ever-loving daylights out of a lot of you. But it's going to be okay. Not everything has to be perfect, you know. And as long as you get pretty much close enough, I think it yields a little bit more realism, you know? Okay, so this is interesting. We have the apiary here, and then looks like we got our raspberries. So it's not perfectly lined up. It's just a little bit more variety and randomness here. So I think that's coming together quite nicely. Still have quite a few open vacancies despite not having really that many more jobs. But I think that could possibly be attributed to harvest season, and it looks like it is. So we have a little bit more time, probably about 8 to 10 more minutes in today's episode, so we can take a look at what else we might want to be adding. We've added a lot of houses and not a ton of jobs, but it doesn't really seem to be that much of an issue, given how we still have a ton of open vacancies. And I know I said I wanted to do something here, but I haven't thought of anything yet. I can't think of anything off the top of my mind. Of course, we still have these 2 warehouses that are pretty much completely empty. I can't remember, have we stored shoes anywhere? I don't know that we have. So you know what, we can actually store shoes right here. Just make that 10,000 right off the bat. Let's see, what else are we importing and exporting? Salt, charcoal, sunflower oil. I don't think I can store in a warehouse, which is dumb because it's a packaged good, but who am I to judge that? I can't think of anything else at this exact moment that would need. Maybe we could do warm clothing and regular clothing to the tune of 5,000 apiece. We are going to eventually want to export those, but we're not quite there yet. So we are going to go ahead and copy paste all this stuff. Now, why does this have nobody working? That's a very good question. So I guess we could take care of that like so, just to give the farms a fighting chance during harvest season. But it looks like most of this has already been harvested, it just needs to be actually gathered. Yeah, that's looking pretty good here. Yeah, so again, I don't really know what to do with here. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna have to put some sort of building here. I don't want to do a house, but something else that is gonna be appropriate to put there. And we've got plenty of burial plots left, so I'm not super worried about that just yet. I'm at a loss for this whole area. Again, if you have any ideas, let me know in the comments what you might want to see there. 'Cause I can't really think of anything. As far as our production numbers for this year are going, it looks like we're doing really, really well for a lot of areas here. Fish obviously has doubled. I mean, that's not a surprise. Dried fish, I guess, it's up a little bit, not up a ton. Wow, wood is only 110,000 down from last year's 167,000, excuse me. Stuff's looking good here. Wagons are getting a pretty good amount of use. And we got a messenger, so what are they up to here? Selling shoes and charcoal. We could be selling clothes now. We could be. I do want to build up quite a bit of reserve there before we tackle that problem. Iron we have plenty of, I think. Probably fine. Oh, well, metal parts we need to import some. So I guess we're using a lot more now that we have a lot more carts doing preventative maintenance and all that stuff. So I guess we just need to make more metal parts. We'll get there at some point. We're already in November. I want to... Okay, we'll go and slow down because I want to build a couple more things before we're done with today. And I don't want to necessarily build any more houses past this line. I'm sure I will at some point. But we are going to get a little too far away from the markets relatively quickly here. Yeah. Okay, so it's actually not as far as I thought. Well, I'll tell you what we can go ahead and do. Is right on the backside of these houses, we can probably get away with putting some more. And in doing so, we'll do some interesting, not completely standard things here. Use our old friend F1 to take care of that. Just one of those. And then on this side, you know the drill. Same exact thing here. That'll be nice. Just put that right there. Just has 3 more houses. Pretty reasonable goal for the last month and a half of today's episode. And of course the reason we're doing that is because our birdhouse is up here somewhere. If I can remember where I put the stupid things. Oh, I wasn't even looking at the right spot. Okay, they are right here. So if we come down, that's a lot closer than down here. So that'll get us a little bit more over there, and it's still pretty close to this market and the school and a bunch of job opportunities over here. Eventually we're going to get closer to over here, and then we'll have to put another market probably up here somewhere. And there's probably going to be at least another farm up here when we get to that point. I don't think we're quite there yet. If we check our problems, we're really not having any problems, except a couple families are low on money for a little bit, and some of our buildings are full. But I don't think that's an issue. We're really doing quite well. My previous town had a lot of food variety issues, and it seems like we've mostly solved those just by having a little bit more distribution of stuff and more thoughtful placement of different buildings, which I guess counts as useful distribution of stuff. But I digress. So we have this here. Probably should at some point build another one of the construction offices, especially on this side of town. So we could actually go ahead and find a spot for that. Maybe up here would work. Just pop one of these guys right here. That can't really hurt that much, can it? We will certainly benefit from having other people. And this one down here could then be removed. Or we could keep it. But I don't think we're going to be building too much more down here for a while. I want to kind of try to grow organically. I might put another bridge somewhere around here. I haven't fully decided yet. Yeah, here comes the snow. I didn't get a screenshot. I'm going to have to wait again. But we have these two houses done, and we should finish this last one before the end of today's episode. So let's take a gander and watch that process, as we always love to do. As we see this messenger come in here, we can sell some sunflower oil to them. Warm clothing, again, we're almost there to the point where we can sell. Not quite. We'll go ahead and buy some mead while we have the opportunity to. And we're good on everything else. So we just have a little bit more of building left to do here as soon as they decide to take their sweet time putting this house together. So while we're waiting, this of course is the time of the episode where I remind you that I live stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/jcthebeard, playing Ostriv and other games as well. Again, hoping soon TM trademark, that we can do another live stream. Can't make any guarantees, but I would like it to be within the next couple of days. And we'll see where that takes us. I will put a notification up on this channel when I go live, just so you guys don't miss out if you want to be a part of the fun. So make sure you get me followed over there. All sorts of good stuff, and a very, very nice and chill community over there. And if you're watching these videos and you're not subscribed, like the 65% of you who are not, please consider subscribing. We're very close to 1,000 subscribers, and that is a really exciting milestone for the life of the channel. It will give us a couple of fun things to do with a new community tab and other features, and will allow me to monetize videos and make a little bit of money on the side. Of course, that's not why you do it, but it does help, and kind of, you know, just makes it a little more fun when you get a paycheck at the end of the day, right? Anyway, this house is done, and we are just about out of time. So again, thank you for watching these videos and being so supportive and helpful and leaving great comments. And I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.